back to another trek through the dungeon. It's been a while since I made a stream here, but I've been doing pretty well for myself in Dungeon Crawl lately. I've had a lot of good runs and been satisfied with my progress. I hit a great run, great no, great player and greater player for version 0.26. I got my null up and off the ground. Generally speaking, very happy with all of that. Um, but now that I've done that, I've kind of been like not I shouldn't say having a hard time figuring out what to do next, but messing around with other options and ideas as opposed to only sticking with my most familiar go-to builds and strats. And one thing that I've started on that I haven't done in a long time is the recognition that unarmed combat is actually very, very strong in Dungeon Crawl. I know this, but I don't actually think about it that way. And one of the ways in which you can get unarmed combat up and going is to be a transmuter, and that leads into the hybrid question. You think the thing about hybrids is, of course, you're trying to build spell power, and then you're also trying to build you're trying to build spell power, that's one. Alongside spell power, you're also trying to build up your uh, melee capabilities and trying to get all your defenses online. And then you're switching over from being all those things to just being a brute fighter that can take a hit. So you would think the go-to would be playing a hybrid, and you'd be right. What's interesting about going the transmuter route is that your defenses are kind of tied into the choice of form that you take. Statue form gives you a lot of AC, a lot of melee power direct, and a lot of resistances. Dragon form gives you a tank and a half worth of explosive attack power. And storm form, well, storm form gives you blink bolt and it gives you a lot of damage output. I don't know. So I'm going somewhere with this. Recently, I ascended a Jin that had gotten storm form online and just blew through the entire mid game, and it was a lot of fun. And so then I got to theory crafting. What would I want to do a storm form run with? What monster would benefit from the pros and have enough slots missing that it would be worth it? And I landed on ogre since they can't wear a lot of the armors slots that a normal character would, but at the same time they have such a massive HP pool. Multiply that, and they're decent casters. And I did, and I ran an ogre, and I think I blew through everything through the main dungeon, and then suicided at the end, and that was fine. But it was a good, it was very much a good proof of concept. And now I'm trying a challenge. You see, octopodes are interesting. They meld all 8 slots, and they still get to wear 8 rings. Which means you get all the bonuses of your form and 8 ring slots, even when you're losing your body armor slot. Well, you never had one anyway, etc., etc. So if your form is addressing your AC needs, if your form is addressing your other, oh, hello, by the way, welcome to my channel. Looks like we got a viewer on YouTube. If your form is addressing your other needs, oh, we got a spectator here as well. Let me say hello. Hello. Oh, wow. No, 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 no. Please change species. If your storm is already welcome to the stream. If your form is already addressing that, then your rings should just stack on top, and that would just be a pure profit. So yeah, we're gonna go with Octopode and see what we can make happen. Now, the early game is all about survival, and unfortunately or fortunately, there's no guarantee that you actually make it far enough to actually do anything more. I'm thinking going with the Hedge Wizard Stabby kit, the Venom Mage Poison and Mephitic Cloud kit would be my foremost preferences for survival. Fire Elementalist is damage without escape, and especially because this is one of my first version 0.29 characters. I think I have a few under my belt now, but you need to play version 0.29 if you want Storm form. Uh, having an escape option makes sense. I'm leaning towards Hedge Wizard. Just good and neutral. Let's go with that. So first things first, let's turn off everything except pure spell casting, because that crosses over to when I'm a transmuter. And how are my main attacks? 12% fail on magic dart is completely unacceptable, so we need some conj. So let's switch those around. The only defensive ability I'm good at is dodging. I have 0 on UC, that's going to pay off. 0 on transmutation, that's going to pay off. And I have a good poison magic inclination. That's going to pay off when I switch over to Mephitic Cloud and Blinky. Maybe a little bit more HP. I'll add fighting shortly, but not yet. Okay, so let's get started. So the first hour of this run, I'm predicting, is going to be trying to just play a very safe and basic opener as a Octopode Wizard. Try and find Gazog, because if you want as much jewelry as I want, he is almost certainly going to be your best bet. Ooh, somebody's jumping in here. Yeah, do this. Oh man, I thank you so much for that. By the way, I actually still remember Octowitch, the Octolich that mastered Firestorm, right? Yeah, that was fun back in the day. And I think I don't remember if I did a ziggurat with him or if I just did post endgame, but I kept going till I had like mass jewelry going. It was fun times, and I was just excited to make a necrotic octopus. You know, I will bet you I had the same thought process then that I just now am having about how, oh, hey, if I am missing all my slots, I should just be a transmuter herpaderp. Maybe I had the exact same strategy back then. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I play a lot of octopi. And actually, I'm curious what the game would say about that. OP dash dash. Is that it? S equals X equals. Let's see what that comes up with. I apparently have 67 octopodes under my belt, and 61 of them never got a rune. Well, that's bad. But what if we go with recent-ish? I have 33 recent ones that died and 7 that got more stuff. And what if we are just going with recent-ish? I have 2 failed octopi recently. Yep, looks like octopi are not something I play a whole lot of. So statistically speaking, I am very heavily slated to not do well with this run. I can't wait to find out what actually happens. Okay, so new rules. Walking away in melee provokes an attack of opportunity. Not every time, but every time that it would hurt you, Murphy will do so. However, as an octopode, staying in melee lets you get constriction value. I need more MP. I've got the right stuff. I'm on fighting. I took up blinking. Blinking is a 20% fail, wholly unacceptable. I need to get it better, but it's not a priority, because by playing well, I can avoid being in situations I need to blink, hopefully. That means backing up a lot, making sure that I'm in a position where I could see. I should have had a step forward so that that door could be closed if necessary. Here, I'll just kill you. You cannot. So I know. No, that was a huge misstep. I should not have approached them. Though taking a 100% to hit. Nope, I'm running out of mana. Let's just back off. There, kill one, back off until I regenerate 1 or 2 MP. Kill the other. He can open the door, so there's no point closing the door on him. So we'll just beat him up. Close the door on the cockroach, because they can't open the door. Kill the cockroach. So there's a new thing in version 0.29. I keep saying a new thing. I should be clear. I'm talking versus version 0.26, which is what I'm most intimately familiar with. There's a new thing where the doors break if you close them, or if you and a monster are trying to open and close a door. I don't know the specific rules on what forces the door to break, but I'm aware of it as a concept. Tavern Snacks of Opportunity, TSOOP. All right, we cleared the first floor and survived, and we've unlocked Mephitic Cloud. All else doesn't matter. The only thing that matters now is getting Mephitic online as fast as possible, even more valuable than fighting at this stage. So Poison is going to be the fastest XP gain. Air is going to help me build towards Storm form, and Conjuration is already at a reasonable spot, but it needs more power because it's my only method of attack. So that's the split right now. Yeah, the difference between playing as an unarmed ogre and playing as an unarmed octopode is all the defense, all the extra HP and AC. My ogre at the point in the game that I will reach soon had 20 AC. This guy has 1. We're not going to kill this, so we're just going to let it come all the way down this hall and then take a different staircase. I need a better jump than I had on that monster. I know it looks like I'm being a total coward, and I am. Like, that's how you live. Cowards live. Okay, we have 2 of a scroll, so we can try one. Oh man, burned a blink scroll, but at least I know what my blink scrolls look like. The most important thing right now, ID game-wise, is to figure out what my curing potions and heal wounds potions are. Oh no, not a good spot to be. What does Atropa do? Blindness and confusion. Yeah, that'd be fine. Can we Atropa this guy? 93%. Got him. If he's blind and confused, he's very unlikely to... Another Atropa, please. I'm going to go the whole game and never use these again, so... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, being cautious and survival-oriented is the best bet you have of not dying. I know that sounds redundant, but you'd be shocked how often I see other people or myself look back and realize, yeah, that game I was just trying to get a little bit more resource value out of something. I was focusing on getting a little more exploration done. I just wanted to get through X objective by Y time, in real life time, I mean. And yeah, it doesn't play out well. Blind him and stab him. Good. So anybody who's... Oh. I mean, yes, I totally get that. I'll tell you what cured that for me was streaking. I got onto a 14 streak, as I'm sure anybody who follows my channel knows. I've bragged about that from till Kingdom Come. I did a 14 streak of null wins, and somewhere around game 6 or 7, I began to realize I was very mentally invested in not losing games. And then I got sick of being on a streak, and I played a Chaos Mage so that I would die because Zom is evil. Oh, poison darts, poison darts. I love poison darts. There is virtually no scenario in which I get early poison darts and don't get excited about it. It's so effective against so many monsters. Like this guy right here, instead of burning all my mana, I'm going to take 1 shot with mana, and then I'm going to get him poisoned. And now, even if I have to run away to regenerate, he's not going to recover health while I do, because he's going to be under the effect of poison. Staff of Poison. I'm going to take this so that I have the option of resisting poison, but I'm not going to use it most likely. All right, how are we doing on Mephitic Cloud? 24% fail. Well, slow train that and hard train that and keep it going. I hate spending this much EXP on spell schools that I'm not directly interested in, but that is my survival. Okay, we haven't picked up a single ID scroll. We don't know what our Cure Wounds is, but it's probably E because we have 3 of them. Let's peg this thing to death and then go back upstairs. We do desperately want to find the sewer if at all possible. Distant and slow. Oh, yes! Bookshop this early is excellent news, especially if we worship Gazog. The amount of spells we're going to gain access to is astounding. I'm tempted to mass read a bunch of scrolls right now in the hopes of finding either the magic mapping or the identify scroll. Okay, very distant is bad. Let's go the opposite direction. Opposite-y direction. Still very distant. So it's probably across the map. A throwing net is a great pickup. There's some any. This is interesting. I don't use throwing nets as part of my staple strategy for playing the game, right? Which is, oh, that looks like the wall of a sewer, or abutting a sewer anyway. I don't use throwing nets as part of my staple strategy for playing, which means in the early game, it's not a big deal to quote unquote waste one because Lord knows I was never going to use it anyway. I quickly switched over to Staff of Poison so that I could walk into the poison cloud without any deleterious effects. And now we're just going to hide up here and zap anything that has the audacity to charge me. Yeah, rusting of a drain. We're very close. There's no point rushing it. You're gonna need poison darting for sure. Good. Second one's the charm. Let's see if we can mephitic you. I'll take a 50-50 on a mephitic. Failed. So fine. Okay. Okay. So the layout of this sewer offers us deep water in the middle. Exactly. So here's the thing. If you know, so if you know that you're probably never getting around to using whatever, right? That's a great excuse for making the time to use it now. And what you'll notice then is certain uniques, certain enemies, certain one-time problems have an 80 or 90% chance to successfully get netted. And considering it's an item you were never going to use anyway, it's almost a no-brainer at that point to make use of it. So I want to say like ogres or two-handed ogres, you'd be expecting, oh, they're too big, but nah, you can easily huck a net, deprive them of a turn or two, maybe even get a net. Oh shit. 50-50 he hits. If he hits 4, 8, 9, 17, die in 2 hits. If I get a stab, it's probably non-lethal. But I'll bet you he can't live in deep water, which means I can cross the deep water and mephitic him to death. If he can cross deep water, then I need to run for it, and I have a blink scroll. So I have a worst case scenario answer. Let's find out what he can do. Yep, he cannot. Okay, so we have a good shot at drowning him. And it went exactly as we hoped. Love it when a game plan comes together. The beauty of that particular maneuver was because I'm a octopode, I can even retrieve stuff out of the deep water, but there was never a chance of me missing a hide that I can't wear, so it was a win-win. And that was a lot of EXP to get dumped on me. Yeah, 60-14. It's a shame we didn't have Gazog already. I would have loved all this cash. I'm pretty sure we can wield shields, right? Yeah, so we'll take a kite shield. Never know. This is a pretty pathetic sewer. No extra items, no cool stuff. In the old days, I would be sure that there was a secret door that I could open, but I don't see nothing, so okay. Thank God we didn't burn any resources getting there. We have 3 of this, 3 of this, 3 of this. I really want that ID scroll ASAP. Oh, so good. Here's the tactical decision I'm making. If I pay 50, I can ID my heal wounds stack right now, or 30 in the curing. If I do that, it may improve my lifetime survivability. On the other hand, it might give up the entry fee to become a Gazog disciple when I find the altar. At 30 gold, I can probably earn it back, so it's probably okay to take curing. How much does Gazog charge? 76? And how much do I have? 138. So this would drop me down to 88. Yeah, let's go for it. And see, one of my 3 stacks was in fact a heal wounds. Now I have a 4 stack of heal wounds. I can be a little bit more confident in my survival. We have a Necronomicon. That's pretty slick. We've got stuff I don't care about. Stuff I don't care about. Ball lightning, so that if I'm a pure electrolyte, I can still use that. Man, these books have no spells in them. Did they like nerf how many spells are in books or something? There's very few per book. Okay, so while we do have spells in here that will help carry a game, like Summon Forest, Summon Cactus Giant, Ozos, and the like, they aren't the spells that I went into this game wanting to use. Conjure Ball Lightning. So I would come back for these certainly, but they're not what my first goal of the game was. Necromutation. And you're not supposed to play a game to say, I want this build. You're supposed to say, I'll do whatever it takes to win. And yeah, I'm willing to come back and win if I have to. But I'm hoping for a certain thing, and so far I haven't been gifted that. So we'll still see where the game takes us. There's plenty of other places to get spells. I was just excited at that first shop. Bonus strength, cool. So now we have a mass ring opener, including +4 ring of slayage. Now that's what I'm talking about. An amulet of reflection, that's pretty slick. And a ring of poison resistance and poly resistance. I'm not going to buy any of these, but I'm going to mark the store for later, just in case I decide I want to come back for these when I'm eventually in my form. Let's pop the Quokka and run for it. Yeah, we'll pop you. Okay, floor cleared. No, just hell no. We'll try a different way. The thing is, I don't know the stabbing formula, but I have to believe that without training any unarmed combat and anything, I don't have the ability to get a good powered stab off. Let's go ahead and set some caps here. I don't want these to arbitrarily go super high when I'm not paying attention. And I think it's time to start trickle training into fighting. Okay, what is wrong with this floor gen code? You're not supposed to be able to do this to me. I'm going to get one stab and then pull what I can. Perfect. So I get a little bit of EXP out of it, but those are two bad ways to go. Okay. Well, it's not great, but it's something. Let's fight our way towards the staircase that I lost access to and try and reclaim this lost staircase. Okay, there's not one, there's two ogres. That's bad. Good. You're confused. You're poisoned. Yep, single stabs ain't gonna cut it. It's gotta be multi-stabs. And make sure you're blind if at all possible. Okay, got a kill. Come upstairs. Okay, we're gonna lose this fight, and we're gonna lose it badly. I'm gonna get Blink online in a few turns, but that's not gonna be enough. I think this might be the time to drink a random potion and hope for something that boosts my melee ability. Yeah, let's start with the big stack that's probably healing. It was, in fact, degeneration. Okay. Start with the next big stack. Haste. Haste would help. I can walk away with haste. Now that I have a little distance and 3 mana, I can take 3 pot shots at him. Let's try Boomerang, 50-50 to hit. And then we can keep running for it. We don't have any deep water tiles on this map, but we do have shallow water that can potentially assist me by slowing him down relative to me. And I'll pot shot with magic. There we go. That was awful. Okay, so the first marked staircase, I believe, had an ogre standing guard at the bottom. We've moved them away, so hopefully the ogres are not there now. They're not, but that's the only good news. Blink once immediately and reposition for a better fight. Okay. Let's take the other staircase. There was a scorpion, I believe. No, we took the wrong staircase. We're just going to pull these guys upstairs and then immediately self-mephitic. It's the best bet we have of survival. One of them is aware, 2 of them are not, and we never found curing. So we'll take W and hope. What was it? It was brilliance. That's not helpful. We're gonna end up burning an extra heal wounds just to stay alive. But this is where the foresight of intentionally buying that potion early pays off. We're still confused. I think we take our chances. What's his odds of hitting? 15 damage, 12 damage, 6 damage. Yeah, we take our chances. Now we can't take our chances anymore. Heal wounds again. And now that we have our mobility back, we do this. We do this. Seriously? Seriously? Come on! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We have nothing evocable that we could use here. We probably can't throw while confused, is my guess. No, non-targeted confused throw is not helpful. Let's try another random potion. Curing. Okay, good. So we get one more lease on life. We're gonna wield poison staff so that we don't get self-mephitic without any means out of it this time. And then we're just gonna run for it. We don't have to stay engaged in such a losing fight. We can come back and win the fight on our own terms now. Where are they? I gotta tell you guys, this is an uncharacteristically shitty floor transition, and in my opinion, it's very early. Like I would not expect floor 4 to be this hard to enter. But they put me in direct contact with not one, not two, but multiple enemies on every entrance. Let's take it. I thought this was the other one. That's the wrong staircase. Wrong staircase, guys. Wrong staircase. I don't have a dig wand, so I might burn an extra haste just to get an advantage here. Nope. Nope. Water saves me. Okay. We have a couple turns to work with before we're dead. I'm going to read every scroll till I find out how to teleport, and I'm going to get out of this mess. Well, acquirement is not teleportation. Damn. That evening star is incredibly powerful. That ring gives me the most important resistance to have right now, resist poison. 9 out of 10 times would choose the ring. But this second, a vamp weapon could save my life. And an evening star that connects could be enough. But if I miss, the time delay will kill me. I think I have to take the evening star. What's my odds of hitting with a net? 50-50. If I hit with the net, then I can probably take him out. One more scroll. Amnesia? Nah, that's not the one I need. He got confused? What confused him? And I did, that's for sure. Well, I get a freebie. Yay, we got the teleport. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Okay. I don't know what is wrong with this game, but did you all see that? I teleported 1 tile away. The game's cheating. Got him in a net. What are my odds to hit him? Should be really good. He's 50-50 to hit me for up to 18 damage. He probably kills me if he does. But he's 90% to get hit, so we go for it. And now he's getting constricted, and now he's dead. And I got my net back. I am beyond frustrated right now. That is some messed up bad luck that I've been having this run. The fact that I've been playing to my outs as consistently I have is the only reason I'm not dead. We're not going to train this weapon, so its attack delay of 1.5 is going to stand, and that's very bad. It is a stat stick with intelligence on it, so that's good. I gave up a resist poison, will plus resist corrosion ring for it, which is really bad. But I already have resist corrosion, so technically that's superfluous. Making the most of this puddle has really paid off as well. It's just a tiny little doodad of terrain, but look how much value I've milked out of it. All right. Oh, I thought we killed them. I guess I forgot one. Dead. I just wanted the ecumenical temple. Is that too much to ask for? There should be a trick to doing this. There we go. Okay, so this is the staircase that we left behind. At this point, we've killed most of what was threatening us, so I'm not too scared to just walk down there and pummel what's left. We no longer need to mark this as an unacceptable staircase. Pull. Don't fight 2v1 when you can get away with 1v1. Pull. Okay. We're cleared. We're cleared. I really do wish I had resist poison right now. I could walk into my own Mephetics, but yeah, that was some pretty good play, if I do say so myself. I cannot believe that a teleport scroll in a critical situation teleported me one tile to the side. That's asinine. Oh, oh yeah, I can't wear anything. My eyes are bigger than my stomach there. In fairness, though, what? Oh wow, that was bad. I just pushed buttons. I wasn't paying attention. I took a whole lot of damage for no reason. The fact that I lived there is a testament to the fact that sometimes even bad players get lucky. What do we got here? I will keep a Freezy Sword because there are certain enemies against whom applying that brand is useful, but it's not going to be my go-to or anything. Yeah, we can deal with these guys. Go ahead. That would be an ideal situation for them to like dance into each other, if at all possible, and like kill each other before they reach me. Oh, there's one more. Okay, good. Got a curing back, and did not get an ecumenical temple, despite having just endured one of the worst floor 4s I've ever seen. Though it did not contain any uniques. You know, let's keep that in perspective. The Null Sergeant is here. I'm probably just retreating off this floor, honestly. I'm going to get a better entrance elsewhere. Okay, now we have a much better base weapon with an attack delay of 1.4 and flame, but it doesn't boost my intelligence. So 21012 versus 197. Yeah, I can switch to that weapon when I'm ready to start striking, but until then, the stat stick is better with this weapon. Plus 11 Arbalest. Ooh, Atlas of Orientation. Again, doesn't have anything I care for. Not very good. Not very good. Oh. This is that same pack that I was having a hard time dealing with and potentially going to take all at once, now coming in, trickling through a long hallway where I can snipe at them from range. This is why it's okay to retreat from a fight to take a better fight sometimes. It's always better to retreat from a shitty fight to take a better fight. It is usually better. Let's go with usually. It's usually better. Yeah, even allowing for the significant improved to hit that flail has and the flame brand, Vamp right now is proccing a lot, and +9 to hit and to damage is probably playing in my favor a lot. So I'm kind of better as long as I'm in a situation where I'm successfully making my fights 1v1 so that the turn delay is me being hit by one creature and not several. I'm probably still better off overall using this. I have resist corrosion, so his biggest thing is not super effective. I say that and he still gets it off. Go figure. Confused ogres are dead ogres. I'll take your protection dagger. I don't know what I'll do with it. Probably replace my useless dagger. No, come here, bear. I don't want to figure out what's next to you. Snare bears. Snare bear stare. Vulnerability scroll. Let's wait that out. ID scroll. Let's ID every potion. Do I want ID every potion? I already know heal wounds, curing, and haste. I don't know berserker mutation. And for scrolls, I already know blink and teleportation, which are the only two that I don't want to waste even one of. So I guess I'm okay now trying to find mutation. No such luck. And whatever I have two of, let's figure out what one of them is so that I never accidentally use that in a bad situation. The reason I don't do that with scrolls I only have one of typically is because let's say I discover what it is and don't have it anymore, that knowledge is useless to me. Whereas if I have two of them and I figure out what the remaining one is, I can potentially still use the remaining one in a good situation for its use. Enchant weapon. Well, that's a no-brainer. The only one that has a decent amount of stacks on it. We still haven't found any altars except Guerra del Mul, and it's D6. Still haven't found the spells I particularly was aiming for. But we did get a Necronomicon available in this dungeon, so that's good. Did get a scroll of acquirement, and the acquirement was unfortunately forced based on my situation. I need to cure in order to live, so this is a no-brainer cure moment, unless I want to go lignification, and I kind of do. This is a good spot to be a tree in. It will get the same effect and benefit. I already have won the fight, so I'm not worried, and Vamp will give me the rest of my health back. That just saved me a curing potion, and it was my last curing potion, so yeah. Good creative use there, if I do say so myself. I'll take the Curori Dart any day. This is a lousy place to poke my nose out into. Wide open, not a very good retreat, very far away staircase with Octax opportunity the whole way, so we'll take a different. Yeah. Lignification. Gotta love that stuff. This is another bad fight. Actually, this is a good place to fight if I can just set it up right. Did I get spells I forgot about? Not really. So far, I found a shop with a lot of good potential additions. This is a bad fight. I feel like some kind of undersea predator that pokes its head out, rapidly smashes a victim, bites a victim, and then hides back in its kill hole, pokes its head out. An ambush predator. I feel like an ambush predator. The vamp on this is giving me way more benefits than I'm giving it credit for, actually. It's all the... Oh, there we go. Temple. Gazog. Give me Gazog. No Gazog. Who unfortunately is core enough to my strategy that I'm going to insist. Wand of Paralysis has a very high chance of ending my run. So we're going to need to take 1 step towards, 2 steps towards confuse. She's confused. Now we win. Let's poison from range, poison from range, poison from range. Wow, we're not getting anything off here. Constriction means that they can't dance around while confused and evade my future smashes. If I was playing an ogre right now, that Steam Dragon scale would be not game winning, but fantastic. Why do I have everything except spellcasting turned off? That's not great strategy. Even allowing for my intended game plan, that's a bad play. Let's take a defense ability, guys. Let's add dodging to my trainings. It's the only thing that makes my HP pool more likely to be useful. And if I do get Storm Form, which is the ultimate goal of Shocktopus, then it'll be very useful to me. Because that is a pretty evasive form. That was a really bad fight to take. I do have a Vamping Club, though, so I can take on some little... I can handle some bad fights, as long as not too many. What I can't stand is that I'm going to probably hit D7 before picking a deity at the rate I'm going. It's my fault now. It wasn't my fault until now, but now it is my fault. I don't have a resist cold option. I do have a fire option, and I don't think that it's a bad idea to switch to it right now. So we'll switch to Flail of Fire. Can we net this guy? Probably. There we go. Make sure he doesn't live. Second shop, Book of the Dragon. So now I at least have dragon form. So now I have a strong reason to stick with my current plan. Book of the Sky has storm form. We did it, boys. If we prep for nothing now except for air magic, we will have a lightning tower, not lightning tower, I don't know what it's called. Lightning spire for the lair, and a storm form for the rest of the game. If I get Gazog, I already have a jewelry shop that I can use to stock up on cool jewelry. I have at least 4 rings tagged there as options, and we'll just win it as we go. You can't close a door when you're confused. That's awful. Yeah, not spellcasting I get, but can't even close a door. I didn't want to drown these guys. I wanted to potentially loot them, but I just remembered I don't have that problem because as an octopus, I can go inside the water. So they can drown for all I care. Ah, I got Sting? Yes! Doan! I will replace Magic Dart with Sting as my primary damage dealer. And now I have very solid options from range. Spare scrolls, spare potions. I don't want to drink a mutation blindly, so we won't do that. Next floor. There's Gazog. Now we are on the rails. So we now have enough tools that we should be able to survive most situations. We have ID'd the mutation potions, so we can now drink potions relatively freely. I don't have any resistances right now, so that needs to be worked on as soon as possible. It's a shame I don't have that resistance to poison ring that I wanted. That would have been pretty sweet. Oh, but no, you know what? I've leveraged that choice in the use of this club very effectively, so I can't complain too loud about it. That's a bad spot. Potion of Resistance would not be a bad choice here. But it's a vamp club, so as long as I can get off a couple hits, it's okay. Freaking Howler Monkey. Okay, I do not like these fights that I'm being forced to take. Okay, I really don't like that fight. My innate stealth is really paying off well here. Dancing in this little shadow area. Can I paralyze him? 50-50 on paralysis is not bad. What about Mind Burst? 2/3, even better. Failed. 50-50 on dying. I'll take it. Good. Blink. I said blink. Thank you. Teleport scrolls. I have 3, so I can definitely get out of this alive if that's what I want to do. Unknown scroll. I can do 1 unknown scroll. That was not helpful. 2 unknown scrolls was even less helpful. So yeah, teleport out, please. I don't want to deal with this. Oh my god, I forgot I had immolated him. You could make the argument that the right move there would have been to read an additional teleport scroll so that I didn't random blink with 3 HP. I don't deserve to live here, but for anyone watching who learned, notice how I have trickle trained fighting this whole time? That's why. 3 HP. Only reason I'm alive is that I've been trickle training that. I'd be dead without. So even if it's a slow gain, even if it's not very much HP, even if you're not playing for that melee brute style, you still always give yourself the extra HP for survival. Whatever your class can get, give it to him. Whew, I forgot that I had immolated the guy, and then I blew it up in my face, and damn. What was I thinking? How could I be so stupid? You good? Good. Okay. All right. Oh, javelins. I love javelins. Javelins are sick. Javelins is throw along a line and pierce damage. Without needing much training, it's still somewhat effective. Blink. Do not go toe-to-toe with an ogre at half health. They'll just get the other half for... You'll get lucky 80% of the time, which means that you won't be expecting it, though 20% that you're not lucky. We're going to use the deep water to our advantage here. By setting ourselves up a situation where they... What was that hit me? Bolt of light? Okay. Your turn to get confused. They can't direct approach me without being drowned, and I can still get all the goodies. Boomerang a couple times. Poison sting, and beat this thing. Okay. We can now pick up a cold resist ring, which is a damn good idea. Actually, all of these are worth picking up as we go. I can hold out for better, but if holding out for better means I don't have a defense I need now, that's not worth it. In particular, I am tempted by the poison resistance ring because that would let me do melee range mephitics readily. So let's immediately buy poison resistance and put some of this stuff back on my shopping list, but not buy it just yet. I'm almost certainly going to get some of that stuff just playing the game, so I'm not eager to spend money on it. And every purchase I just made set back my Book of the Sky and my transition into a pure air mage significantly. But I do feel like that poison resistance is potentially going to save my life in a situation where otherwise I would be dead. Shout, and then bail, and then confuse, and then kill, and then take his good stuff for myself. Yes, sir. Oh, seriously. Oh, never mind. I thought that I misread that. I thought it was saying I just picked up poison resistance, and I'm like, dang, really? Right now, gotta rub it in that hard. But see all these melee mephitics that I'm doing? They're so much safer now, and that's gonna save me 5 to 10 curing potions along the way, for sure. Nice hammers, bro. I don't know why this is closed, and I don't want to find out. Next floor. Static discharge, baby. Now we're cooking with gas. I now have my electric shock. Sticky Flame is another good option to pick up here, but I don't want to go too far down the Conch Fire route, so I'm probably not gonna invest. That looks like a cool artifact, but I say that based on nothing. I don't know why I would think it's cool. I don't know anything about it. Oh, I resist corrosion, so I should be able to survive walking away to that staircase. And now that I've made it to the staircase, I can definitely try and fight this guy. 50-50 on blinding. 50-50 on blinding and confusing. Looks like we pulled it off. Oh my god, how many of them are there? Okay, this is now become a much worse fight. 2 staircases are bull guarded. Let's take see. I look how much health I lost in 1 turn against that mob. So we're gonna go to whichever staircase isn't a death trap. If you think there's even the smallest chance of me letting you kill me, you're out of your mind. Yeah, we good. Take a different staircase and explore Raga. Much better. These are the fights I like to take. This would be a good time to electrify with static discharge and then back off while they keep trying to kill themselves. Keep them all dancing. This is my last pile of MP, so we need to decide to exit this fight. Yes. I like keeping this one orc in front of me. He's shielding me from the magics that would otherwise be hitting me. There's no way an acid dragon's going to take a shot that would catch him. Yeah, we can risk this now. We got rid of most of them. Good. Okay, we came out on top. What is that? It's a killer bee. Come this way, please. Electric shock. Electric shock is not doing very well for me in this situation, actually. I would expect it to kill them faster, and I took a lot of damage on my own there. I'll need to remember that for the future, that I'm actually getting better odds without it. 50-50 on blind. Fail. Corrosion is live. How's paralysis? 50-50 on paralyze. I'll take it. And then beat the crap out of you. Okay, good. Being comfortable with remembering to utilize all your items is key. I like all of these, but I like them for when I'm super rich, not for now when every dollar matters. Yeah, we're still building up towards sky. By the way, was Airstrike available anywhere? A Book of Storms? And where is this? How do I view where it is? Because it doesn't look like it's in a shop. It looks like it was just sitting somewhere that I could just go pick it up if I wanted to. What else you guys got for me? You guys got nothing. Oh wait, that was not. That was a named unique. Let's give him the respect of a named unique. All right, so far we've trained up dodging air. We haven't put anything into transmutation, which we should start doing now, and unarmed combat. Unarmed combat is a trap. We do need to buff it eventually, but right now it's literally just an EXP sink. If I do anything there, it's purely so that I'm ready for Stormform early. And as it is, I should be focusing on Lightning Spire, which I've already gotten pretty castable, Airstrike, which is super castable, Storm form is the future and it's 100% uncastable, so I'm so far away from worrying about that. Trickling into transmutation makes more sense. And we're going to just go and take a look at where this Book of the Storm is and how hard it would be for us to pick that up. Because Gazog don't care if I take extra time, and I really would like that book. We would have to deal with 4 Mephiticable enemies and anything invisible that we can't know about going in. I'm pretty sure that this would lead us here. No, it probably leads us right to the middle. So let's make sure that these guys are staring here. And then let's utilize our stealth benefit so that they don't see us walk around. And I think we go in, kill one, get out. Okay, killed 2. Okay, well, we just win now. Perfect. Perfect. We don't need to spend money on the Book of Storms until much, much later now. We've picked up Lightning Spire, which I usually mark as letter D, but I can put it on E. Yeah, I know, I usually put it on D. Oh, this is for memorizing. That's the problem. We'll put it on D. That's fine. We also have Airstrike, which is just so good. Usually I put that on letter C, but I also put Mephitic on C, so it's G for now. That's fine. And that's enough. Like, that's enough to win Lair with if you play very carefully. Obviously, more is better, but... So now we can start looking at rings and seeing what rings we want to pick up early. Slaying is actually a really good idea to pick up because of how much I'm clubbing things. And eventually, and it transitions nicely because, you know what? Sure, I'll take my chances. Unless there's something invisible here, which is absolutely a possibility. Yeah, good. Whoa, what are they hitting me with that dealt so much damage? I lost 50 health in 2 turns. Oh, right. I have such a long weapon delay that it's more than just 1 or 2 turns in the classic sense for me. I would ordinarily not be using a weapon with this huge a weapon delay. I would be using something that I could stab with repeatedly or apply a stat buff or something. Blink once and then decide. Oh, well, that's perfect. If the blink had moved me away, I run away. If the blink moves me towards, I charge it, and it blunk me right into range. This is a perfect airstrike target, so we'll soften him up with an airstrike. By soften him up, I mean obliterate him. Airstrike has been reworked, or was always, I think, reworked into something I actually really like. It deals damage based on the number of adjacent empty tiles, which means it's a huge positioning spell. Ordinarily, you want your enemies to be coming single file down a deep corridor, right? So you can hit them with area of effect spells, along a line spells, etc. With airstrike, that's all thrown on its head. With airstrike, you want to deal with enemies out in the open, where there's nothing around them. But that often means that you're trying to think of ways to split up the enemy cluster and force your enemies to not be grouped at all. So it's great for forcing you to use your combat knowledge and encouraging the use of good tactics. I think it's a very good way for a spell to be. And taken in conjunction with, and it plays to Era's theme, yeah, of being very much enemy position dependent. Taken in conjunction with Lightning Spire, I want my enemies in a line, but I also want them separate and individual, so I can work with either one, as long as I set myself up to succeed correctly. Working with my bravely ran away attitude, Nothing I want there. It lets me take extra advantage of what happens when an enemy inevitably is pursuing me, and it often encourages which way I will choose to retreat, what retreat pattern I'm taking. I think this and then this. Keep them confused and let them zap to death. Do you guys see why a lightning spire will carry you through the lair? That was like 30 mana worth of lightning bolts that he just flipped out and used. And it's also really good for a long weapon delay, because it means that while I'm there doing nothing, at least my ally is doing something. All right, I got butterflies, which means I didn't get fog, which sucks. But I'll live. Okay, door broke. What works here? Airstrike is going to have most of what I need. I think I would like to heal at least once. There, airstrike 1. Oh, I forgot that I have money accruing in the bank. This is a good time to go shop, actually. Yeah, this is a good time to go shop. Let's pick up Resist Cold and Slay. That's 1,200-ish cost. 1,140-ish. Okay, so we need a little bit more time to make the money for both. That's fine. Slaying is definitely on my menu of things I want to pick up, and having a couple of resistances under my belt is just obviously, that's just good. That's just common sense, yo. The resistance I want the most right now is resist electricity, I would say. Just given that I want my ally to be able to send boats right around me. I think that even if with that, he probably doesn't do anything that can target you, right? Let's target the air. Oh, wow, the whole thing is full of invisible creatures, huh? See how I'm manipulating the Hydra into coming into open tiles so that I can give it a nice solid airstrike. Normally I wouldn't come out into the open, but I want to pull the monkey off the wall to do that to it. Ring of Ice is cool. It's an optional RC pip when I need one. Orcish Mine's early. That's cool. Let's go and pick up the Ring of Slaying 100%, and then we'll come back for whatever else we need. I'm not playing for score, so I don't really care that I have to make trips up and down. I'll take an Amulet of Reflect. That's just static benefit. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put it on, baby. Put it on, put it on. I can whip on Cold Resist when I need one, and I think there was a Heal Wound stack somewhere in this dungeon. Let's go pick that up too. Am I good on curing? Yeah, I have plenty of curing. And now I have plenty of Heal Wounds. I do not want that to be an issue for me. So D10 is pretty much guaranteed to have the lair opener, I think, at this stage, or is D11 still the deepest it goes? I have 8 heal wounds, which is good. It means that probably, as long as I play correctly, I will not be in a position now where the reason I don't heal wounds is because I've run out of potions. Ideal positioning, baby. Josephine does not scare me. Let's pick off the ones who are open to air. Pick off the ones open to air. Okay. I do have enough magic to confuse Arolka when she's in range. Is she confused? Yes. I, on the other hand, am in such bad shape that I don't want to take her on even now, so let's leave. Good, good, good. Pounded. Not good. Ideal. Oh, she blinked too. Now I don't know where she is. Probably melee with me if she's hitting me. If she can abyss me, this is going to end very badly. I need to heal wounds immediately. I don't know what her status is. I can't... yeah, I can't risk anything. I'm going to blink again. And then chain heal wounds again. I don't like fighting Aroka because she can abyss you, but I don't have a lot of options here. That's what I was hoping for. That was, honest to God, really bad play on my part. I could have done a much better job securing the safety there that didn't offer her the opportunity to abyss me. The fact that she didn't is less a testament to my skill and more a testament to the fact that she probably didn't have it in her spell list. Then again, I am an octopus. My will is probably... nope, my will is non-existent. Yeah, so that's just bad. Look for her. We can kill this guy from range, and that's what we should do. Let's get ourselves a situation where that's a possibility. Airstrikes to the finisher. Okay. If we play wizardry, what's our odds on storm form? 65%? Dang, we're almost there. Transmutation of air magic, so let's push it a little. Ditch the dodging and start trickling into we're gonna have Stormform online at the rate we're going by the end of the lair. That's just phenomenal. Okay, I don't see that we found the volcano. Volcano is gonna be where? It's gonna be somewhere. There's no possible clue I have how far it is. It's deep. Thinking about going to the volcano is more likely to get me killed right now. I need to focus on staying alive and making smart plays as I infiltrate the lair. Volcano can wait. I have enough enchant armor to fully enchant a new hat, so I'm going to take the +1 AC point of enchanting my current one, which is almost certainly getting replaced at some point. Okay, I got petrified, so I'm going to need an ally, and I'm going to need a confused cloud to keep me safe while I'm petrified. And that's exactly what happened. Rocks are nearby. Okay, so slow down, but don't go too slow. I'll go for that artifact. What do you want going into a volcano? Double resist fire, baby. And even without the intelligence boost, I'm now casting everything perfectly thanks to wizardry. There's the nearby. I gained some light charges. This is pretty much ideal. Let's leave behind a couple things that to free up my item slots when I come back out, such as the kite shield, the staff of poison, and that's enough. Okay, we are double fire resist. We cannot swim in fire for what I should hope are exceedingly obvious reasons. You do get paid even when you kill an enemy over lava tiles. You still get paid for them with Gazog, so that's a non-factor in my decision making. I don't know if it works on deep water, Though in this particular character, I can just swim in the deep water, so it's as if it's the same. Static discharge in this current build is like a poor man's irradiate, so I'm going to use it only when it's appropriate in those situations. And now I should, if not already, I should be getting close to having enough mana, or sorry, money for Stormform book purchase. This is an irradiate? No, this is a confused moment. Yeah, that's more like it. This is a confuse. Confuse the sorcerer before he summons stuff is very reasonable. And then just run for it. This is a good spike him down. Reconfuse. I'm running lowish on mana, so I need to be a little bit less cavalier about using it all up. Not a lot less cavalier, just a little. I have Gazog and I have mana potions, so long term this is not an action, a plan. Okay, good. Now this bolt of lightning should kill the molten gargoyle effectively. Should, but we should also be on the lookout for a good airstrike potential, like now. Good. Sun Demon should be chain airstrikeable. Hide until we can get back all of the mana that we've been using. Good. Airstrike is really carrying us right now. Nope. Yup. Good. Very good. We're through. We got all of this loot, which we cannot use. Do we want a trident of a spear of flaming? Maybe. We have a bladed weapon of flaming, right? No, we have. Well, we have the hand axe. So yeah, so we have an anti-Hydra option if we somehow are dumb enough to get into melee with the Hydra, and it's our only bet. Our real anti-Hydra option is, of course, this and this. Oh, and we don't need to be carrying this around permanently. We can go back to our usuals. And we can ditch the Dagger of Flaming. There's no circumstance in which we wouldn't rather use a Dagger of Protection. Not a good spot to be, I admit, but was that a Distortion Blade? Yes, so we do not want to get meleeed by her under any circumstance. There you go. Peachy Keen. $50-50 on Stormform, so we're definitely getting there now. Let's turn off fighting and turn on. Nah, we can turn off unarmed combat. We can literally just put everything into getting Stormform going. I'd like to just flip over to Stormform. You know what? If I'm so desperate, let me just go and buy it already. I mean, what am I waiting for? To get it for free? The beauty of playing Gazog is it's like it's free because I'm going to get all this money back for sure. And now I have it available. And now if I'm in a situation where I'm so inclined, I can risk everything to get it going. Do I have cancellation? I do. So I can even handle a little bit of bad juju if it happens to me. Are we wielding the bonus to int? Yes, we are. Hey, an acquirement scroll. I'll happily see what I can acquire. Rapid Strength Plus, Int Plus RF, R Poison, and Flight. A book of random BS, or a bunch of money. This is a no-brainer, and no brains were used. Now we have Int +5 and a permanent resist fire pip, and we have 2 poison resist rings, so we can easily ditch the Q one and never need it again. And now Stormform is 32% thanks to our bonus intelligence. That is kind of perfect, to be honest. And best of all, we did this all without spending a single point of training on our weapon. And I just went Storm because I can, and just look at the devastation. No slots were melded, except the hat. All this persists. Oh, oh no. Oh, no, 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 no. I always switch Blink Bolt to double A because it's just easy to double tap A and just Blink Bolt. So I have Permaflight. I'm not talking about the Stormform, I'm talking about my rings. My rings are giving me Permaflight. I'm very close to hitting my stride, as it were, where I'm above the power curve with this spell, and will continue to not need to use up precious resources to stay above the power curve. Yes. And so I can just do this. Now, it is notable that because part of the reason I can cast Stormform is my bonus to intelligence from my weapon, and that weapon is lost when I transform, it takes a higher probability of failure to recast once I'm in Storm form than it does to originally cast to enter it. So, I was taking my chances and I shouldn't have. I now have Berserkeritis, which is not good. How many mutation potions? I have 2. I can drink 1. Minus 10% MP is also not good. Antenna is not good. None of these are great, but it's better than Berserkeritis, and I don't feel like drinking it off. If I need to, I'll drink again. I'll keep my spare mutation potion for like a game-losing mutation. All right, we're getting greedy. We're trying to do Stormform as if we have it online, and we don't yet. So we need to recognize this because it's not online yet. It's okay to back off when I don't pull it off. But when I do pull it off, man, is it fun. I don't know if you guys know StarCraft or not, but I'm picturing like the Archon from StarCraft, power overwhelming, and then, murderizing everything. Okay, there's no reason to double cast when you've just had a miscast. Cast upstairs, come downstairs. Attack speed is already 0.9. That's significantly better than average. We're gonna go ahead and put into unarmed combat again to get that attack speed even better. And you'll notice, because we are, as I've previously alluded to, crossing that power threshold, every time I check it, the castability is getting significantly better, not just marginally better. Now we're up to 17%. Swim through the deep water and try again elsewhere. Okay. $16. It came down another percentage just from a little bit of extra experience. Also, that little bit of extra experience is coupled with the wizardry ring, so it's even more valuable. Oh, double wizardry? Double wizardry? Yeah! Wait, now I'm confused. That didn't help at all. Oh, I'm in storm form. That's why. Now in storm form, I'm 16. Out of storm form, I'm 11. Scroll of Fear for a survival for when I get screwy. Extra evasion ring. Yes, please, and thank you. We'll ditch. Ring of Strength is probably irrelevant given the way I'm playing. I need somebody to tell me, actually, is Stormform predicated on strength for damage or not? No idea. But if boosting my strength actually is going up, because, man, look at my AC. It goes from 3 to 16 when I enter Storm form. That's just phenomenal. I don't need basic spells anymore. Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna kill everything, so it doesn't matter that I'm surrounded. Yeah, if you can be surrounded by 6 Death Yaks and live by just meleeing them, you know you're above the power curve. So you're not supposed to be that powerful. You can do that. 9%. I'd like my attack delay to be down to 0.7 if at all possible. I think that's the cutoff at which I would be very happy with my attack speed. Not that you don't need to go, not that you can't benefit from going more, because unarmed combat, I believe, scales all the way to late game. At least it used to. I agree. It looks like it literally looks like the Archon from StarCraft, but as an octopus. What did I just do? I broke something. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. What is this unknown potion? I want a potion of the resistance, please. Let's lose vulnerability and torment. There are circumstances under which I would use those, but not anything acute. It would be something I was like a boss that I was gearing up for or something. Vulnerability, by the way, is a scroll that I never make use of. Let me rephrase that. Vulnerability is one of those items that I need to start learning to make use of. There are many enemies in the game who do not exploit you being vulnerable and who would absolutely crumble to paralyze, charming, or other one-off evocations. But I choose to try to deal with them by other means because I just don't factor in the value of vulnerability. And it could, and there's a result in an average winning game, 3-4 rune game of mine. I use 0 scrolls of vulnerability, except if you count the first one that I use to identify what the scroll is. That's a sign in my mind that I'm leaving money on the ground, so to speak. I'm leaving something that I could be making use of untouched. That's And of course, it doesn't matter in the games that I'm ahead enough of the curve. But what if a game decides to give me 5 vulnerability scrolls one day, right? And I'm waiting to have my preferred options, and it doesn't give them to me. So I need to become more comfortable just making use of that. Have I left behind any cool jewelry? There's an RC ring that I could pick up, and that would complete 1 pip of every resistance. I think it's worth taking the time to go do that. So, yeah, shopping list. Let's go for it. And our Octopus is on his way to becoming the Sorcerer Supreme. Ditch the Ring of Ice, which is a temp. Pick up this, which will give me the last 2 pips I need. All my tentacles are now occupied. I have +4 Slayage, +4 Evade, int +5, and then Polyresist. I'm missing resist electricity, but I get that when I'm in storm form, and I'm sure if any of you have been watching, that's pretty much my form now. I do hope to get rid of the double wizardry rings by the by, but I'm in no rush to do so. Because it's not like I have other things that I need even more urgently. Oh, what are the odds of being paralyzed by Uruk? Probably pretty bad, actually. I don't want that to happen. Let's prep a confuse and run. Oh, well, if he's confused, the odds are pretty much 0. Yeah, let's kick his ass. Kick his ass, Nappa. 29 evade will make a Hydra cry. Now, I've noticed, by the way, on the forums and such, people are mentioning something called a weapons power rating, I believe it is, or a weapons number. I don't know what kind of number. I don't know what that is, and I would love to know, A, what it is, and B, how do I check it? Because I have only my subjective terms for describing how powerful my character is. And it's very clear to me that right now Shocktopus is above the curve, but it'd be nice to have like something tangible to say, you know, his damage rating is 700. At this point in the game, you would expect 430 or something like that. Sheet DPS, as we used to call it back in the Diablo 3 community. What is my odds? 7% is still good. I'm chain miscasting at 7%. That's not ideal. Blink Frog, try Blink Bolt. Shocktopus. Ancient Zyme. More like a horde crime. I've run out of rhyme. You worthless lime. You die like a slime. I don't know where I'm pushing my head this deep into. I'm getting reckless. But hey, I have Blink Scrolls, so I can survive 1 point of recklessness right now. All these trees look like enemies to me. Is that an enemy? No, it's just a tree. Okay. There's a distortion weapon on the field. I refuse to take a chance. I'm mentally you know what I'm experiencing right now is how I feel when I play Trog. And I'm berserked, so I feel like I can kill anything. And it's so satisfying to remember that I'm not berserked. I can kill things at my own pace and not have to worry about retreating and being dropped out of berserk status. That's the distortion wielder, correct? Let's burst his mind. Yeah, that's the distortion wielder. I'm not willing to engage him in melee, even. I mean, unless I have to, obviously. But there's a chance that if I got Abyssed at this much power, I could Blink Bolt and tromp over A1 pretty consistently. I don't want to risk it to find out, and I wouldn't be able to, I think, do Abyss 3 with that much confidence. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Triple Wizardry. Do I go for it? Hell yeah, I go for it. Bet your ass I go for it. We also can ditch the boomerangs now and quiver javelins because in any situation where I'm hurling stuff, I should be taking the higher damage option. Can I put on wizardry ×3? If I did, I would want to ditch something I don't need regularly, so we'll take corrosion for now. I don't. It's not the correct choice, guys. It's just a choice I'm making. It's not the correct choice. It's more to satisfy my curiosity than anything else as to what level spells I can memorize now. Because the thing you have to remember is that, oh, that's cool, a Lugonu altar in the middle of the lair. The thing you have to remember is that spell power is in no way aided by wizardry. So all that wizardry is just making castable. Level 8s that I don't have specific training for are completely uncastable. But Maxwell's capacitive coupling is 20%? An LRD. Wait. Lee's Rapid Deconstruction is an Earth spell. Oh, it's a level 5. It's a level 5 Earth spell. Okay, good. Because I have 0 training in Earth. That would be bizarre if I could cast that. But Maxwell's super castable. If I forget a spell or two, or just get a few more spell levels, that would be a really good back pocket survival option for the right uniques. Power of Stormform is about 38%. Yeah, it's a very weak Stormform, which means that the damage I deal with the claws or whatever you call it is also pretty weak. But pretty weak relative to what, right? So let's go to the Orcish Mines, and I'll finish off this segment of the run with that. I got paused because of an orc wielding a war axe of distraction. I think that's him. So we're gonna take special precautions. against our distortion buddy. And only our distortion buddy. Gazog, by the way, even after you've acquired the stuff you want from him, remains super useful because remember, all of this is right now made possible by a grant from Gazog, who let me buy every piece of jewelry that I wanted before I would normally have been able to, and the spells I wanted to before I would have been able to afford them. Did I take off corrosion? I did. So let's quickly whip back corrosion before this becomes a really embarrassing charge. Kill the Oclob. Take his stuff. Yeah, I trounced the Orcish Mine. Floor 1. Oh, Nishkeet. Not good. This will be a great time to use the Scroll of Poison. Tempting as it is. Okay, Santaroka just fell in the lava. This whole counter just went down to 6 Noctis in danger. But it's still very dangerous, and unfortunately, this took me somewhere I didn't expect to go. Yeah, my hubris is gonna get me killed. I'm gonna disable a bunch of these guys and then just hide in a corner. I took some appropriate tactical risks, and now it's time to stop taking inappropriate ones. How do I get out of this alive? I think what I do is I drink Brilliance, Haste, Magic. I think I drink Magic and Heal Wounds. And oh crap, that's a summoner. I think we just teleport a few times until we get out. Like that, I can probably stand my ground and win this, but I don't need to, and so I shouldn't. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's try that again. This time without Santaroka himself. This is actually one of the most heavily front-loaded power orc 2s I've ever seen. I do think somebody changed the code at some point between version 0.2.6 and this to something that would allow you to spawn in melee with more enemies when you come down the staircase. Because there are just many staircases where I'm not used to ever seeing enemies when I come down the staircase, or at least not more than one. And there have been times that I've been in melee of several in this version. This is a much better kill hole. Okay, what I'm hoping for out of this branch end is one good artifact. I would be satisfied with not having the perfect one, there's no problem, but that's what I would like. Just take on the Warlord directly. He's not doing anything to me. Anything else? You all satisfied? Good. Remember, you tried your best and you failed miserably. The moral of the story is never try. Oh, I have flight! If I have flight, then yeah, this lava is a huge asset. Huge asset. Come over here, my pretties. I don't want to get mutated. These guys are mutators. It doesn't look like I got mutated. I hope. Let's get rid of the mutator. And let's get out of here. Oh, I forgot. Right. Crappy upstairs. Take the best upstairs. Let's figure out what mutations I just picked up, shall we? Apparently, I picked up a positive mutation of shield +4, which coupled with my shield amulet means that when I'm not a Shocktopus, which by the way, I love that that's what I am, Shocktopus. I actually have a bunch of shields instead of just like 1 or 2 shield points. I'm literally just tab fighting my way deep into Orcish territory with the occasional blink bolt when it recharges to dive even deeper, even faster. Yeah, we have money. We'll buy all of that, please. Thank you. Don't need any of this. Hello, Puppet. Int +6 with slow on hit is good. I like my shield amulet with reflection. But do I like it more than regen plus? I think I do. So I think the only thing I'm buying here is this. But I'm definitely finding room for it. I will ditch one of my 2 wizardries at this point. I'll bet you I don't need it. Yeah, 2% Stormform. I don't need it anymore. Speaking of which, we can ditch Transmutation and start putting defense abilities back on the menu. The way I like to think of it is this. If somebody told you, would you like to play, when you're rolling characters, that you had the option to roll a Stormform Octopus, would you take it? And if you did, would you even bother training magic skills at that point? If your answer is I don't see the point, I don't need deep magic skills, I'm just going to focus on the melee aspects of my character, then you understand my skilling pattern here. I'm treating air magic both as an insurance policy to get Maxwell's online, as well as a way to boost my spell power a little bit further. Because right now 42%, it can go up, but ultimately it's just an option. It's not a requirement. Oh wait. There was that. Yeah. We want to take on the nasty side too now. Okay, I think pull, kill, and pull kill is the way to go here. Pull, kill. Okay, now that they're dispersed a little, charge this guy, take out the wizards, take out the smiters, and take out everybody who biters. All right, orc is clear. So we've cleared out the orc, cleared out the lair, and Shocktopus is showing no sign of slowing down whatsoever. That was just a tab fight. Tab fight. I now see invisible, so that one obstacle that I kept running into is gone. I have 33 evade between my rings and the benefits of Stormform, so my effective HP is higher because it takes more hits to deal the same amount of damage to me from the average enemy. You guys don't scare me. I don't fear you. I come here to confront my enemies. I will break you. Whoa. What just happened? I cannot tell if serious or joking. But if you're a bot, then hey, yeah, good luck finding people to play Fortnite. If you're a human being, because I don't like first-person shooters, and I don't like last man standing style shooters even more so. I don't see the value. I mean, credit to people who do. Great, fun game. I will not begrudge other people having fun in a way that makes the world a happy place, but please don't begrudge me my way of having fun. Do I take a buckler here? No. I can pick up a shield anywhere. Why would I pick up that one? Do I want a shield? Stormform doesn't support the use of a shield. Therefore, any points I put into that shield are only valuable when I'm not in Stormform. I don't have to think about a non-Stormform run. Oh man, that was a lot of electricity. I don't have to think of a non-Stormform run during a 3-runer. So, yeah. Boulder Beetle. Miss. G6, you sunk my Scrabble ship. This game makes no sense. The slime. Just hold down tab, baby. Okay, I don't know what's hitting me, but something is landing hits, and that's dealing a lot of damage. Let's heal wounds once, just in case. And are you the one that's getting hits? Yeah, probably. So we'll just do this. And then power you down. Alright, and we just roll it from here, I think? Yeah, we just roll it. What is this? You can always ignore this. I'm never going to be worrying about branding a weapon unless it's a situation where I need to open a treasure portal or something. Wormbane? Wormbane? Ah! Wormbane summoned this game. Wormbane would be a reason to give up my current strategy. RF, RC, AC plus the resist poison, draconian, anti-draconian measures. At the absolute minimum, it's a better defensive choice than anything I have in my inventory right now. Well, not really, actually. It's only a pip of RC relative to the RC++ hand axe. Int +5 is generally more valuable. I may have just talked myself out of it. I can ditch all these unlikely to ever be used things. Well, I kind of feel like I should just pick it up, period, and farm it up to make it useful, even theoretically useful. I can make it into a +18 Wormbane, then it's definitely going to be nice to have on hand. I'm probably not using it as much. Now that I've thought about it in the sober light of day, I mean, just look at what I'm doing without it, and giving this up is not worth it. It's funny that one of the strongest weapons in the game is actually not going to make my character stronger. Okay, this would be a situation where we want to Wormbane him more than we want to kill him. So exit transformation, wield Wormbane, smash him with Wormbane, and resume transformation. Let's also keep the int plus option available at all times. Good. I love pouncing on my enemies. I am the Shocktopus. Shock rock octopus. Am I missing a resistance in this form? No. Again, beauty of the melding. I don't like this. No good reason. I just completely irrationally do not like this. I need to be a little bit gutsier. I'm not going to get all the Wormbane charges I want out of this, and that's okay. I forgot. I gave up my resistance to electricity to fight a storm dragon in melee. This is suicidally stupid. What am I even doing? This is so stupid. Just don't lose the game because you're trying to charge a stick that you don't even want to use. That was beyond stupid. I cannot believe I just did that. I'm so glad that I didn't die for it. Can you imagine how disappointed I feel right now if I died because I was trying to kill a storm dragon without resist electricity in melee when I had a perfectly viable option that didn't require me to do anything? Ridiculous. I burned a lot of kill wounds to that failed plan, and serves me right. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't get punished. And now I just fought my way through another dragon. Uh, Tunnel vision is a hell of a drug, and you need to be careful not to do that, or you end up like me and could have lost the game right there for that. I just saw that I picked up Blade Hands. Blade Hands is a really, really good bridging option to use. Unfortunately, not fortunately, but fortunately, I was able to skip that on the ladder because I can wear multiple rings, so I was able to enhance my way past it. But you're not usually going to start with Storm Form. Actually, was Storm Form the first transmutation I picked up this whole game? I think it was. Yeah, so usually you're going to need to try something else first, and the ideal something else to go through layer with is Blade Hands. Cuts everything up. It gives you an excuse to want to train unarmed combat. But here we go. Orc cleared, lair cleared, and main dungeon cleared. Time to go pick up runes. Of the options available, Shoals is probably my best because I have naturals flight. I have flight, swimming, high evade, and repel missiles. I have like everything that the ideal character wants, except a goodwill. I have like no will. I am not much for the goodwill department. Not at all, sir. You guys know what this is? This is insanity. This tells me you can hit 1, 2, or 3 enemies at a time across all of the screen with your current weapon. And if my current weapon is Storm Form, oh man, that's just not fair. I feel bad for my enemies. Oh, I'm totally buying it. I'm totally buying it. Where is it? It's probably not as good as it looks in my build, to be completely honest. Um, Yeah, it's probably not as good as it looks because my mana is limited between my mutation and the fact that I've trained almost no spellcasting thus far. But oh wait, that's Jogren. Oh fuck. Uh Please confuse him. He's unconfused already, so we're gonna heal wounds immediately before we go toe to toe with him. Alright, he's dead. I don't know what he did to me to make me lose all my health, but he's Jogren and he can do all sorts of things to make you lose your health. What I should have done there, now that I'm thinking in retrospect, I should have put down a Scroll of Silence because that would eliminate the threat from him. That would reduce him to just a Vorpal Quarterstaff, which I'm going to evade 90% of the time. And I am the shock hand, so he is going to die to me well before the silence wears off. That would have been a situation to do that. Yeah, I'll figure out what my Berserker's potions look like. Berserk is actually very effective for me right now. I don't know what happens if I take these on. Do I win? Oh yeah, I win. Oh, I win hardcore. Blink Bolt is so fun. It gets you where you need to be. Up in your face, smashing you with my shock tentacles. Shocktopus? Shocktopus. Shicktacles. This shit tickles. Now, I need to be a little cautious. These enemies are strong enough to kill me. It's not like this is an area that's beneath my power level or anything like that. All right, this would be a time to try out our new AoE attack. Hey, how's it going, Locke? Thank you for joining. It's fun to be here. It's I meant to quit at the end of Orc, and then I added on the end of the dungeon, and now I'm adding on the end of, at the rate I'm going, the end of Shoals, because once this thing is rolling, it's almost Minotaur-like, a Minotaur Berserker-like, in how much power it has behind it. I gotta say, if you're not picking a mana recovering deity, I don't think that there's a lot of value in Manifold Assault. I like the concept of it, but in practice, you don't have the man. It's a gas guzzler. You want to cast it 2 or 3 times to hit enough stuff to make it worthwhile. Ooh, you know what? You would be the guy to end transformation against. Whip out Wormbane and whack you with Wormbane. Okay, so that did not qualify as a step up. No problem. Oh, at my, and I don't know how much of this you guys are watching from the beginning or whatnot, but if you guys haven't watched from the beginning, the early game in this was not favorable. I did not get great gear, great luck. There was a couple situations that the game honestly felt like it was just dicking me around. So, good thing that I went like before I fought him. New Nick, new Nicola is much less fair than old Nicola, because old Nicola was working with a spell that did not irresistibly hit through electricity resistance. New Nicola kind of does. So he will zap you, and if you resist electricity, it will take 2 hits to kill you instead of 1. But A, he has to be close to you. B, there have to be not enough enemies around. C, he has to be able to hit you. So yeah. I don't know Vivi actually, but I am curious to find out. I do think that I have what it takes to kill Tesla. I just need to actually engage him correctly. Yeah, you can always ignore nets. Okay, there he is. Let's review. Dangerous, see invisible, intelligent, chain lightning, and lightning bolt are her scary spells. And chain lightning is particularly the one we're worried about. His paralysis is never going to happen level. And I'm carrying 1 scroll of silence that I can use on him. So we're going to take 1 step towards him, and then silence the arena. Wait, why would it not affect any enemies I can see? Brilliant scientist, obsessed with electricity, which are affected by silence and anti-magic. Yeah, it absolutely will affect him. Fuck you. There's at least 1 enemy it would affect. There you go. Okay, now he's dead. This is the first time in any game of Crawl that I've ever played that I can think of right now that I've ever used silence as a buff instead of found it as a nerf. But it happens to have been the exact right situation and the right time. Because normally, even on my melee characters, I would rather have the open ability to use an invocation like Berserk or Allies of Trog or whatever, right? But with this particular situation, or read a scroll of escape, with this particular situation, I vastly overpower the enemy as long as he doesn't use his spell. And if he does use his spell even a couple times, I lose the game. All right, good enough. Let's charge down everything. That Javelineer did work. I will admit that I did not take him seriously enough. I'm surprised that my shield, my reflection amulet has done so little work in reflecting things. I'm guessing that evades do not result in reflections, only blocks do, and that's probably why I've gotten so little value out of it, which means that it's time to switch amulets probably. 11 silver javelins. It's probably time to replace something with them. Silver javelins are pretty sweet. I recently ascended a troll hunter, and yeah, mass throwing training, very good, very good. All right, we're in the branch end. This place can absolutely kill me, so I can't just tab fight my way through it. I have to be at least 5% more intelligent than that. I am still very much above the power curve. There's no reason I should lose here, but hubris, thy name is something something. I have swimming and flight. I can both pick up stuff from deep water and fly above it. No, don't blink forward. Don't blink forward. Okay, that's a hell of a lot of them. Let's see if I can get them to funnel out to the door, please. Thank you. Better. Ugh. Acrobatics Slayer +5 is exactly the kind of trade that I was talking about. Slay +5, Acrobat. And I think it's time to replace Wizardry with Intelligence. Sure. So PQX and PV. I still cast everything super well. I'm probably a little bit set back on Maxwell's. Where's Maxwell's? 13%. I can totally cast Maxwell. You know, I'm gonna amnesia away the stuff I'm definitely not going to use anymore. Airstrike still has some utility. Mephitic Cloud has lots of utility. Static Discharge is just a no go for me. I would rather blink than use that in most situations. And Magic Dart and Sting, I'm past at this stage. At least Magic Dart hits everything. Sting doesn't even hit everything, so we'll get rid of that. Yeah. I don't think I need Maxwell's yet. That one I did need to Blink Bolt onto because usually with Sleepy Sheep, there's more of them. So if I took 5 steps towards that one, I would be dealing with multiple Sleepy Sheeps, each trying to sleep me at the same time. Whereas Blink Bolting into the pack vastly reduces their number of attempts. And what my spell power is 48% when I'm in form, so it's probably greater than 50 when I'm not. Let's find out. Yeah, 51% when I'm out of form. That's good. Are we gonna win this? Yeah, but let's not get mesmerized. Okay, now this is bad. Now this is really bad. This is like teleport away level bad, actually. Thank you. It's not that I can't win that, it's that I don't have to win that. That much power in that tight of space, I want a good AoE spell. I don't have a good AoE spell set up, and they're throwing rocks from either side, and at least one rock is already hit. Yeah, it's just a bad situation waiting to get worse. I now have enough mutation potions that I can attempt to remove my not so bad mutation. And if I get a worse one, I can attempt to remove that as well. So it's probably time to drink Cure Mutation, which of course is just mutation these days. Oh, did I ever put on my new amulet? I did. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't have a lot of shielding ability, but when I run, the odds of being hit go way down. They were already pretty low. I have evade 50 when I'm on the run, so that's really good. My get out of jail free card is strong, and given Blink Bolt, my get into jail free card is played often. There it is. That's why that was such a scary chamber. The rune was in it. Zoop. Kill. Are you a Drake? Yeah, we've already established when Drakes aren't giving me the buff, so I'm not gonna do the whole preserve the Drake thing. Random halberd of garbage. Let's take a look at the artifacts that I've left behind. Nothing that rings out to me as, oh god, go back, you're missing it, so that's good. And I think that's it. We cleared our first rune. 1 hour 50 minutes. That's just about the whole time I was gonna play. I hope that this, at the very least, has proved to be a good proof of concept run, if not an actual victory run. If not yet a full victory run. Spider's Nest would be next, and I don't know what kind of busy baddies I'm gonna have to deal with there, but presumably I can deal with them too. Oh, we can ditch translocations. That's a bad thing to have going. Spellcasting in general is probably fine. If I go full air specialist, I guess MCC is where it caps out, which is probably fine. Is there any other spells that I need to focus on for my transition to post endgame? MCC can kill orbs of fire. So if I can kill orbs of fire with MCC and careful positioning, then yeah, I'm pretty much good. I guess from now on it's fighting, unarmed combat, and dodging, aka the defense and offense skills. And out of morbid curiosity, I'm already at min delay attack at this stage. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys around. I will try to complete this run at some point. Actually, I don't think that this run needs to fail. There's a good chance that the hardest part of the run is behind us already. But there's a very good chance of losing to hubris, to getting surrounded, to just generally not knowing all the tricks of the new game. Because remember, version 0.29, I think I've played and won once or twice with Jins, and that's like it. So my knowledge of the depths of what's changed is, the subtleties are missing. But in theory, at this stage, I can be redonkulously aggressive like this and still get away with it, because look at my evasion. 50. And my HP is 120, so if you get through my evasion, it's not like I'm a 40 hit point kitty instantly dead. Also, I'm far from hitting my max power. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish tentacle spots that can be replaced with better stuff, potentially. Oh, that's Agnes. Oh, that was Agnes. I didn't realize this, but I actually apparently got marked at some point while I was down here. And I just tab fought my way through 2 dire elephants while being shot with arrows. So clearly, yeah, above the power curve. What power curve? Power curve ain't got nothing on me. What kind of killer are you? Slayer, MIBE. It'd be interesting to fight a Minotaur Berserker, melee to melee, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This is the thing that people sometimes underestimate. What's stronger, a battle axe with adequate? Oh, that was irradiate. That was painful. What's stronger, a battle axe with adequate power behind it, like say level 18 axes, or unarmed combat with 20 points behind it? The answer: it's actually unarmed combat. Unarmed combat scales all the way up to post endgame. There's not a point, if you're willing to use unarmed combat and you're not giving up you give up the stat stick and the branding elements of a lesser weapon, but your base weaponry value is always just going to be better when you train enough. And I mean, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, but do you think that 0.7 attack delay with a cleaving ranged electric weapon should be accomplished this easily? And here we are. And my range, my unarmed combat score, by the way, is less than I would want my broad axe to be at this stage. But the higher my spell power goes, the higher damage output I'm going to get from this build. It's not like it's hit its cap. It's not going to cap for a while. Okay, as much as has probably changed in Spider's Nest, and I've noticed a couple new enemies at least. I got irradiated in melee, that was interesting. But not enough has changed to make 35 to 50 evasion inadequate. God, I hope nothing ever hits the point where 50 evasion is not enough. Oh, buy Shuzen? Here? Yeah, I'll bite. That made him look weak. I just plowed through Shuzen. Holy cow, he went down fast. I don't think that I've seen a named unique. Sorry, I don't think I've seen Shuzen die that fast to my Minotaurs. Yeah, you can ditch the extra wizardry at this stage. Clearly, I'm not desperately wizardrying anymore. Wizardry is definitely an early mid-game thing. It's not a late-game thing. By late game, you want to be doing more power. It's not enough to get castability. You want reliable castability and power. You can still make use of it to get your level 9s going and all. It's just less important. I need an answer. Does Dex help my attack or does it not? If it does, I wear this. If it doesn't, I don't. There is no longer a ring slot that's irrelevant. Merely ring slots that are less valuable, but not any that are completely non-valuable. All right, and last floor, we met a Roxanne. I don't have to fight her, so I'll come back to her when I feel like it. 9 out of 10 odds, I kill her without an issue. 1 out of 10 odds, something goes wrong. I get blinked into the wrong stack, confused, and now I'm fighting Roxanne and 6 spiders. And maybe new Roxanne is more evil than old Roxanne. Okay, that was pretty swift. Unarmed combat is still the focus. Air magic can be trickle now. I'm not actually building it into anything. And spellcasting, you could argue I shouldn't be training. If I don't have an intent of casting bigger spells than what I'm already using, then what is the point of training spellcasting? More mana? I'm not using gas guzzling spells. I'm using one storm form at a time. So yeah. Especially if I'm not going the manifold assault route, and I don't think I am, then it's irrelevant. I would take +4 AC. I love AC. Well, what would I give up for it? Cold Necro, Corrosion, Int, Slaying. Would I give up 4 evasion for 4 AC? Probably. I have a lot of evasion. It'd be nice to have some hit reduction when I do get hit. We can ditch Flight since I have a permanent source. Protection of evasion change. I could take out corrosion and then only put it on when I need it, but I'm the kind of guy who might forget that I took that off and then get killed by a couple corrosive blasts, so I'm going to avoid doing that. 20. Now I have 20 plus AC. That's what a real character should have, so that's good. I'm so fast. I dodged around an orb of destruction. I thought this was the bottom floor of Spider, and I still think it is, but dang, this is not proving to be the end-all be-all you lose challenge I was expecting. And normally I would be terrified of ghost moths here, but considering that I'm just as strong in melee as not, as long as they don't get the jump on me when I'm out of storm form, I should be able to dominate them. Yeah. Yep, dominated. All right, we're gonna do one of these, one of these, one of these. I specifically want to have as much of the floor safe to travel to as possible in case of a panic teleport. Blink bolt, knockout. Blink bolt, knockout. Okay. As much of the floor as safe as I can get. Oh, you know what? I can take on Roxanne now. Or at least I can attempt to. Blink bolt. Blink bolt, knockout. Hey, I got statue form. Statue form is like the sister of storm form. The defensive sister, I guess you could say. Instead of the ridiculously offensive brother. Okay, we're fully cleared out here. Oh, there's an alarm. So learn this trick, guys. For N branches, especially Zot 5, but honestly any N branch, alarm traps are your friend. Fully clear the floor, trigger it, wait for enemies to come to you. Now you have a safe retreat. You're not entering 8-on-1. You're not deep in their territory. And you get some decompression. Now, there's usually a door kept in the spider so that isn't the be-all, end-all tactic it would otherwise be, but in this situation, it looks like it worked pretty well. Int +5 hat. Tempting. I would lose my resistance to cold. Oh, this is too perfect. Think about it. I do lose my resistance to cold, but only when I am in Octopus form. So I am non-resistant, not negative, importantly, at this point. And then when I cast my ridiculously high spell, my max spell-powered weapon, boom, I lose that resistance pip because of the melding. So it's actually as good as it gets, man. All right, and despite the fact that I meant to quit twice, we have instead decided to clear out 2 runes. Vault's got to be somewhere, right? There it is. Ooh, a bazaar. I love bazaars. I'm a Gazagite. Show me the bazaar. Where's the bazaar? Save big monies at bazaar. Spend your money at bazaar. There it is. Get me bazaar. Yeah, I don't care about a Sentinel's Mark. Sentinel's Mark is good for my cardio. Because I do all the running. Sorry, that was a stupid joke. I'll think of dumber ones later. Let's ditch enchant weapon and enchant armor, which we're clearly not using anytime soon. And I do like keeping an attraction potion. I can definitely see a scenario in which I can't reach my enemy, but I need them to come to me so I can rip them apart. Unfortunately, don't need any of that. I do already have a generic useless kite shield. Regen MP and regen in one amulet is really nice, actually. I don't know if I need it or not, but I'm tempted all the same. At the very least, to take it out of here with me. What would I be giving up? I'd be giving up int +6. No, that's not it. I'd be giving up acrobat slay +5. Nah, slaying is better. Slaying is just better. Speaking of slaying is just better, here's another slayer ring. Let's take that. And we'll take the int +6 ring. I don't know if I'm ever going to wear it, but I'm definitely going to take it. What can I give up to get more slaying? AC? Yeah, I guess. What's my slay bonus? It should say somewhere. It doesn't say? I could have sworn it said what my slay bonus was. Well, I can just count it up. 4, 8, 13. I feel bad for my enemies. Yeah, we'll take random stuff. We'll replace our missing magic mapping. Definitely take a summoner scroll. And out we go. So I have no AC again. Oh no, I have 21 AC when I'm in this form. That's good. I need to be very cautious about being put into a situation where I'm unable to transform back into a storm. Because it occurs to me, yeah, you can always ignore those at this point. It occurs to me that I'm very reliant not only on the storm form for my damage, but also for my melds and my resists. Being knocked out of storm form could get me killed by itself. I'm almost dead. Let's heal wounds once. Do we have a blink bolt? And blink bolt to the guy who's doing the most damage. Good. I don't like that I'm running out of heal wounds potions. I should do something about that. I think there was a stack of wounds somewhere in the dungeon that I haven't bought yet. Yeah, let's go buy those real quick. DB. Yep. While we're here, grab that mutation potion. And while we have it, drink some mutations. We have 9 of them, for Christ's sake. Innate resist mutation. I'll take it. I gave up very little for that. And now I have more mana as well, so that's good. I gave up the shield plus 4 mutation, which was nice to have, I admit, but it's not game winning or anything like that. Call everybody, please. I like taking them on all at once. Yeah, slimes don't scare me when I evade this well. Alright, next, please. Oh, that's a lot of them. And there's something up with them. They're sheltered from injuries, so this is a bad place to be. We're just gonna leave for now. I could have taken them on, but I didn't have to, so why should I? Charging down ranged characters with Blink Bolt, such DPS benefit. We good here? Yeah, we're good here, but let's put down one ally. And who is the Thunderhawk? You are, so you're the one we're going to target first. Back into form, please. There's a lot of them here. My god. I think we actually start to escape. Gazog Confusion is keeping them at bay. That's nice. I shouldn't be so low. I hate being at low HP. Makes me feel nervous. No, don't blink bolt across. Let them come to you. I'm not looking for him to summon more enemies either. Okay, took him out. What is this Thunderhawk? Why is it so dangerous? I guess it's a new enemy, and because it's a new enemy, you have to assume it's worse than everything that was here before. I am in a lot of pain again. You know, rather than... No, use what you got, bro. Use what you got. Items were meant to be used. Not using items is a great way to get killed. With items in your inventory. Okay. Okay, I need to not die. Again, I still can probably win that fight, but there's no point in winning the fight. Sorry, there's no point in probably winning the fight. And then, oh, I can't believe I lost. So, oh no, paralysis? I don't know what paralyzed me, but That cost me the game for sure. Yeah, I didn't know that I could be paralyzed by those enemies, so I'm not feeling bad, but damn, that sucked. Let's take a look at the morgue and see what paralyzed me. Looks like the Vampire Knight. Looks like the Vampire Knight gets innate paralysis ability. That's kind of not cool, but what are you gonna do? It is notable that I did not have any will. I think I had like 1 will point this whole game, so that's not shocking that it would land. But I didn't realize it was in his spell list, so that's news for me. In any event, this is actually kind of good. This is good because normally I wouldn't go back to do this run online. So this way you guys at least have a full video all in one. This is the run. This is what happened. This is the end game. Considering the time, the number of turns, I would say I was about 2 hours away from winning the game. There clearly was nothing in vaults or depths that was too strong to be killed by this build, as long as I was slightly better about it. I do think that this is a bit of a cheap finish with the paralysis, if I'm being completely honest. It might seem like I got real lucky with rings and amulets, but if you think about it, this is pretty generic stuff. Like, there's nothing here that's powering the build to work. The only thing that I would say was very interesting as a power spike, as a point of the power spike, was the fact that I was able to switch to storm form with double wizardry and int plus rings in gear as early as I was, and that's something that's obviously unique to Octopi. Um, yeah, storm form, it's good. It's I wouldn't consider it a post game or an end game form like necromutation. It doesn't do anything for your will. It doesn't make you immune to the torments and stuff like that. But it makes you dodgy as hell. It gives you a lot of power, just raw power in terms of clawing things that are alive 2 and 3 at a time. And it doesn't demand too much of you being a level 7 spell to cast. And like all transmutations, unlike when you're using a conjurator, you need 5 casts of a spell, 4 or 5 casts of a spell to kill one enemy, right? But when you go with the sorry, that's my train of thought. When you go with the transmuter route, you need 1 cast of a spell to get 4 or 5 slashes with it. So a reliability of 15-20% is perfectly viable. Hell, even 30%, whatever. Cast it, then go downstairs. Cast it, then go downstairs. Cast it, then fail. Oh, cast it, then fail. Oh, cast it, then go downstairs. Done. As long as you don't get terrible miscast fails, which you're gonna get a couple, but they're not gonna be terrible. Yeah. Fun run. I hope you all enjoyed watching that as much as I enjoyed playing it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.